state is demanding some people repay thousands of dollars in unemployment benefits. These women received money back in 2020. They were shocked when they got a letter nearly 3 years later asking for that money back. Kara Kenny is digging into why this is happening and what you can do.
Back in 2020, the state ordered some businesses to shut down because of COVID-19, including salons. That forced some people out of work and onto unemployment. Now the state is demanding some people pay it back.
To come and contact me 3 years later, I think it's a little bit ridiculous.
Olivia Newton lives in Brownsburg and works as a nurse in the trauma ICU, helping others. But now she's the one who needs help.
It sounds like it was their mistake and I shouldn't have to pay for that. I didn't do anything wrong.
Olivia received a letter from the Department of Workforce Development demanding she repay $11,000 in unemployment benefits. What was your reaction when you got this letter?
Shock, scared, panicked a little bit.
She got 2 more letters, each giving her 15 days to pay and warning Olivia if she doesn't pay up, the state can garnish her wages.
And it would be nice to have a reason because I don't even know why I was overpaid.
Back in March 2020, Olivia was a student at Ball State, working at a tanning salon when COVID-19 forced them to close.
I applied for the COVID unemployment and I got approved for that.
Olivia says she had to reapply every week and give the state a lot of information, including her pay and hours. The tanning salon closed for good, and Olivia says she had a hard time finding a job during the height of the pandemic. She says unemployment helped her stay afloat.
I was not, living a lavish lifestyle because of it whatsoever. Rent, food, living expenses, basically. Nursing school is expensive.
So do you have $11,000?
I do not, unfortunately, do not.
Amanda Douglas in Rossville is in a similar situation.
I'm literally sick over this.
She worked at a hair salon that shut down during the pandemic. Amanda received unemployment while she was out of work and when her pay was drastically cut because of social distancing at the salon. The Department of Workforce Development wants $16,000 back, saying she's not unemployed and is not entitled to benefits.
Well, now 3 years later, they're coming back to me and telling me I need to pay back $16,000.
Do you have $16,000 to give back to the government?
No, not at all. I have no clue where I'm going to get it.
Amanda's daughter has type 1 diabetes.
She is on a pump and we are struggling financially with that. We don't have the money for her medication.
Amanda and Olivia Newton asked WRTV Investigates for help. We reached out to the Department of Workforce Development about their cases. They declined an on-camera interview, but told us due to confidentiality by statute, DWD is unable to speak on specific unemployment claims. Cody Wing is an associate professor at IU's School of Public and Environmental Affairs.
Whose fault is it, these overpayments?
Well, I think it could be the employer's fault, the claimant's fault, or the Department of Workforce Development's fault.
Wing says this is what can happen when the state aims to get benefits out quickly.
And if you take too long giving them this benefit, then the benefit really isn't accomplishing its mission.
Is this a normal part of the unemployment process?
Yeah, I think there's always some degree of overpayment.
We found the problem happens in all 50 states. Indiana's had $121 million in unemployment overpayments since the pandemic began.
Do we think as taxpayers, if the government makes a mistake and gives you too much money, that you should get to keep it no matter what? I doubt most people would agree.
A DWD spokesperson told us people can appeal or request a waiver. If a claimant appeals or requests a waiver, there will be no attempt to collect the overpayment until those processes are resolved. DWD has approved more than 28,000 waivers for overpayments over the last 3 years.
Yeah, I'm worried of what they can do.
Olivia has requested a waiver.
That's crazy.
Amanda appealed her case and lost.
If this was the case, why didn't they figure this out 3 years ago?
She now works for herself doing hair and knows the state can garnish her wages or even take her tax refund. She's trying to work out a payment plan with the state.
So it could be years before they get this money back from me because I have no clue how I'm going to come up with it.
We reached out to state and federal lawmakers. U.S. Congressman Carson's office issued a statement saying if this happens to you, make sure to keep track of any communications that you have with DWD and know you have the right to appeal. Kara Kenny, WRTV.
Now, if you've received unemployment, it's possible you too could get a letter from the state asking you to pay it back. The state told us, quote, DWD is monitoring federal proposals and decisions that would impact the review of cases. Claimants who have been determined to receive an overpayment receive monthly letters. That includes claimants from prior to the pandemic, end quote.